This episode of the Doug Stanhope podcast is brought to you by Adderall and the tingling in my left arm and a tightening of my chest.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my gosh. Oh. And I think it's Tim and Eric. My gutty works aren't working right.
I really like the new sponsor, Adderall, of the podcast,
Yes.
by the way.
I was gonna give props, but we'll just Adderall Jack. He's in the acknowledgments of my book. Hey, pre-order my book right now. Just Google it. It's called Digging Up Mother, and pre-order it from whatever comes up. Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I guess they get cunty about this kind of thing. You can't just keep plugging one site instead of the other. And I don't know. Just fucking Google it and order it. I need it. I need you cocksuckers, to pre-order the book.
Atlanta.
Actually, I got an email from, I forget the name of the bookstore in the Bisbee Convention Center. I love they call it a convention center. It's barely a strip mall. But yeah, she said, hey, will you do a book signing here when the book comes out? And I go, yeah, it'd be really fucking awkward, but the fact that you would ask me, because Atlanta wouldn't even carry my fucking DVDs. So, anyway, Chad Shank is here, Brett Erickson is here, Castle Rock Kenny is here, and Shawnee is here as your de facto Ggreg Chaille, who's on the lam. So if you're ordering merch, people said, hey, I just ordered this T-shirt. Should have got it overnight so I could wear it to church on Sunday. I'm like, you're not getting a fucking T-shirt for a month. Chaille's gone till end of March, April. All right, let's... oh, hang on. Let me kill this fucking TV.
Just move your head, Kenny. Pain in the ass.
Hey, what?
Here, kill time, Erickson, while I get a cigarette.
Okay,
Man.
I'll kill time by trying to turn all these TVs off. There's one.
That's good.
That's the only one with sound.
Yeah, originally this was supposed to be a Chaille Bretchel swap cast in which I was going to do Chaille's job and Carrie Mitchell, a very capable bartender, was going to do Tracy's job. And she's jumped right in, but I can't do Chaille's job. So Shawnee's here, and also if you order merch, I'm not sending it to you.
Well,
There you
Chaille
go.
will do it when he gets back.
Well, at least half of the plan worked out, because I haven't been here for very long, and I have a good buzz. Carrie's been making some good drinks. So.
Yeah, and the Adderall from Adderall Jack is starting to kick in, so we figured let's just jump into this. I keep writing down notes, but we're not going to get to
Have
it.
you ever heard the legend of Adderall Jack?
Tell us. Improv. Riff it.
Have you heard the story of Adderall Jack? Some said he was white, but we thought he was black.
Oh, here we go.
They said he tweren't nice, but he did go for ice. He left and he never came back.
That was, that was Kenny style
He's-
rhyming, but slower.
Well, he's mostly limerick now. Those were the two jokes that we came up with when Adderall Jack was actually here 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, I barely remember the last week.
We tried to write an epic poem about him, but it only came out to be a limerick. That was as much as
It's
we
an
could
epic
do.
limerick.
That was good. It was good.
You remember it. That's kind of noteworthy. Let me just get the bingo shit out of the way, because I thought by now she'd be back and we could wrap this all up in a neat little package. Don't know what that's from, but she's not. She got held up in those Louisiana floods, so she's somewhere in West Texas. She'll be here in a day or so. So here's what happens. A lot of people, I don't think, listened past the song on Bingo Disappears Part 2. We played a song because as soon as we ended that podcast, she called in and we hit record again and played her on speakerphone. Said, don't say a thing, Bingo. Wait till we hit record. What's going on? And she said, I'm in New Orleans. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have fucked you guys over like that. So I flew out there because she took this piece of shit car, had no fucking phone,
Had
she
trouble
was-
with it, like you said.
New water pump.
But she had friends out there. She was in New Orleans in a safe place where she has friends. So I flew out there. I don't remember a lot of the 5 days I was there, but I think we got back together. Pretty sure that. I remember I know we crashed an open mic night that I wish I could remember the name of. I'd give you a plug. But after a long day of day drinking, we went to some bar right by the hotel. I don't even remember what hotel I stayed in. There's a lot of chaos. And it was like, I don't know, 10 in the morning. We ate some breakfast and went to the bar across the street. And it's just like 3 dudes in there, and one of them's in a suit, but he's fucked. And he's got 2 friends. And then there's some cornrowed black guy sitting next to him that keeps helping him go to the ATM.
Oh, yeah. That's his drug dealer.
Yeah, that's how I don't remember a lot of the rest of the... Because then, Bingo scopes this out, and I scoped this out. Turned into a long day, and then a long night. Then we're back together. Then the next day, she had stayed up all night. I went to this open mic, made a fucking asshole of myself, took it over. I really apologize to everyone involved. I hope it was fun for you to watch me in the middle of a fucking nervous breakdown, happy ever after kind of moment. And then she stayed up all night with her friends there, and the next morning we're back together, and she's gonna drive back with the Tahoe. She says, "You just fly back. I'm driving back because my friends are gonna go to a Bruce Springsteen concert in Phoenix, so I'll be back by Friday."
Now it sounds like a bad idea.
Ruse.
Anytime a Bruce Springsteen concert is involved, you've made a terrible decision.
Well, the thing is, Bingo's still confident, let's say. She has a head full of confidence that this plan is going to happen, while her 2 friends have buyer's remorse going, I guess we're all gacked up and say we're going to drive to Phoenix. I can't get the time off. By then, I've already flown home. She calls and goes, yeah, they decided they can't get the time off of work to drive back. So I flew Wash Tub Willie out to New Orleans to drive back with me in the Tahoe. Like, I should have never fucking left. Everything was fine. Everything was good. And I just, oh no, we get this covered. Not that a 35-hour drive was appealing. So Washed Up Willie gets out there. Well, they spend a couple extra days. Then massive flooding comes across Louisiana. So they get stuck there. And it's legit. It even made local weather. Tucson local news weather, how fucked Louisiana was. So she's still not back. I get back on Monday night, and today is Saturday. Flood isn't that big. Either way, she's not back, and now, she's got that fucking week with Washed Up Willie. Get that Stockholm Syndrome shit going on. Are we going to be together when she gets here?
Doug might be single
don't
again.
Know. So that's it. The point is, Bingo is safe.
That's the thing, though. That's definitely not it. You can't just say what you just said and be like, well, so that's the end of the story, everyone.
No, that's
That
it
was
for this
another
podcast.
cliffhanger.
That is the soap opera portion of this podcast.
Update to this point.
She has been checking in. Every time she checks in, she talks about plans for the future with us and the I love yous. And so, I don't know. Everyone that listened to those first 2 podcasts keeps, what the fuck is going on with Bingo? Well, that's what I know right now. As far as I know, we're back together. And if we're not... I've been trying to pick up on that. What's her name? Jessamine Duke. Chad Shank brought over the Invicta chick fights.
The praying mantis of Invicta.
Give him a plug, because I don't know. You have it on a...
It's on UFC Fight Pass. It's a subscription. You pay like $6.99 a month, and you have access to all of the.
Is that like Hulu? You had to bring some box over.
Yeah, I brought my Apple TV over because it just makes it easiest that way. But you can $6.99 a month. You have all the access to all the UFC fights, and you can watch pay-per-view fights and shit.
And it was fun. It was a fucking great Friday night.
I lost a lot of money. That's for sure.
But yeah, she's a little blonde. I don't remember her weight class, but she's.
I think she was 134.6 pounds at weigh-in.
Yeah.
But who's counting?
Well,
She's tall. She looks kind of like Bingo's sister. If Bingo's
really
sister had an
136?
eating disorder.
she wore a bikini.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
With OC on her coochie.
So I've been tweeting her all day, drinking mimosas. Hey, saw your fight last night. Want to have mimosas and do Joe Rogan's podcast? Thought that was the name to drop. You're hitting on.
Ashley got her ass
ultimate
beat
fighter.
by a person sponsored by one of Joe Rogan's
Well,
companies.
she did get her ass beat, but I wanted to catch her when she had low self-esteem.
Yeah, vulnerable.
Good point. Good point. Smart.
Wakes up all fucking black-eyed. Oh, someone tweeted me that's verified. Maybe I'll have to settle for less.
You'll never get a winner.
You must have the same trainer as me. So that's the bingo that we know so far. Her head is good. She's not suicidal, and I will keep you updated on the next podcast.
Watch Paint Your Wagon. If you've never seen the cowboy musical Paint Your Wagon, be sure to watch that. It's my prediction.
Is that like spell it out?
It's who did we say it was? Lee Marvin, Clint Eastwood musical western where they're in a mining camp with no women, and one of them buys a woman at auction, and they both decide to share her.
This does sound exactly like everything that happens in business.
Just about.
Well, Bisbee, known for stealing other towns' catchphrases like "Keep Bisbee weird." You know what they say in Bisbee? You don't lose your girl, you lose your turn. I'm like, all right. So I just keep looking at all your wives, going, "When's my turn with that one?"
Oh, no.
That'll be Kenny's mayoral slogan: "Paint your wagon here in Bisbee."
We'll get to that. I want to get to you. I was trying to segue fucking crazy bingo into your I don't know what podcast we talked about you both doing your crazy paperwork.
Yeah.
Where you have to sit down. Oh, that was
One
that was
sends
your
you-
breakdown.
It spins you off into a fucking meltdown.
Yes.
Yeah, I never finished it or sent it in.
How many pages did you get?
And I think I don't know.
Can't you have your kids do your homework for you?
Just fill out the first box of everything.
Anyways, now I have to go to a review with a psychologist. I have to do a new review.
I bet you'll win that one.
The last time it was a lady, and I scared her, so it ended real quick. We'll see how it goes this time.
So wait, you had VA?
No, VA is done. I'm disabled lifetime as far as the VA is concerned. I don't ever have to go back in for a review.
So
with them
they
at
have
all.
to shop you
This
locally?
is Social Security. Whenever I got the VA stuff went through, the congressman is actually the one that did my paperwork, and they pushed through Social Security. So I got on Social Security disability as well. And so I have to go do a review to see if I'm still crazy.
Can we put a GoPro on you?
On him.
That would be a fucking great
Good one.
Periscope.
Yeah.
Could you do like I don't know if this is a two-party consent state where you
Just
could
have-
actually Periscope something secretly like that. There would be obviously a reasonable expectation of privacy in the doctor's office, but for you, not the
But
doctor.
not from the doctor.
Well,
right.
it would work in my favor as far as looking like a fucking lunatic. If I'm like,
Yeah.
you mind if I just
Gotta try it.
Periscope this
No, you
real
just put it in
quick?
your pocket. Just have a pocket.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hanging out of
Or
your
we could
pocket.
get the.
Go, hey, I get
eyegla-
everything on tape because the fucking
Yeah.
the government's gonna chip in my fucking
Yeah,
skin and
exactly.
they're tracking me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife was working. You still didn't fill out that paperwork. And I'm like, not being able to finish shit is a big part of what the fuck's wrong with me.
Yeah.
You know?
You didn't fill this out. You pass.
Doc, I could not concentrate long enough to fill this out. Could you please prescribe me some Adderall?
Yeah. You have a GoPro clipped to your tinfoil hat. You're fucking good.
You're good.
You're good.
The last time I did such a good job, I scared the lady, and they won't send my money to me. They send it to my wife.
Now that actually just does sound
a
like
caretaker.
that just does sound like sound economic policy. To
I don't
me.
mind.
Actually, I know you.
She pays my bills. I have impulse
perfect.
control.
Right, perfect.
It's not good for me to have money.
After the pilot we
Adderall.
filmed, I got to write Chad Shank a check, but you told me that. I go, I don't know if he even has a bank account. I think his wife. I'll just give him cash. So when's that happen?
The 19th, a few days before I have to go to Daytona,
Oh,
By the way, this hopefully
which
by the
means that I have to, because I might be having a good day that day. And if I'm having a good day that day, that doesn't play out in my favor.
Ooh, we got to make him have a bad
So
day.
I have to induce my worst feelings so that I can explain to them how it is when it's bad. Which means then I have to pull back out of that in fucking 4 days and go to Daytona and hang out with you
it's
guys.
kind of like acting.
It's exactly like that.
You just told on yourself. The problem is, hopefully, Chaille edits that.
that just proves he's crazy. Only a crazy person would admit that it's all bullshit. All you need is a good lawyer.
Jason,
Jay Kirshner, ladies and gentlemen, how about a plug for Jay Kirshner? Did you get into a DUI? Did you finger bang an underage girl? Did you do something awful? Call Jay Kirshner.
don't call Sal, call Jay.
You had me at DUI, but you brought it home on finger bang a young girl.
All right.
Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, that's Daytona. There's a lot of kerfuffle. Hopefully, will be cleared up by the time this airs. The comedy club in Daytona that me and Chad Shank and the Chailles and Andy Andrus, Sean Rouse, and Junior Stopka are all planning to be at for 5 days. Club closed.
Wouldn't you?
Oh, no.
Touche.
So I've been getting lots of tweets because we've already been promoting the fact that I'm just going for my birthday to see the biggest fucking. I hate the.
Dude, I follow all of it, and you're definitely expected to be doing some time at these shows.
Yeah, you're-
and that's through nothing that any of the performers have said. But
You're going to be doing a show on the beach or in your hotel room.
I will do exactly what I did in New Orleans at that open mic, which is just fucking host it and ruin it. Halfway through that open
well, then
mic,
what are Andy and Sean and Junior going to do?
Sorry, I'm taking their jobs. Oh shit! I realized you have no mic. I've been talking to you a lot. Realized you have no mic.
I was trying to share with him earlier, and he didn't want to.
He'll jump on. He knows. So they will have a venue somewhere that weekend. It might be the same place. What happened is the comedy club, the Joke Factory, just pulled out. The bar is still open and still has a stage. We don't need the name Joke Factory, but everyone that's calling the hotel, oh, that club's closed.
Yeah, the Joke Factory found cheaper comedians in Mexico, so they are outsourcing all their comedy.
But there's a lot of people that are road tripping to this show. Show up. It'll be at someone's house if nowhere else. Someone tweeted, hey, we could do it at our house, and we even have podcasting equipment. I'm like, yeah, footnote. Chaille, take note. If nowhere else, we'll do it on the fucking beach. I don't care. We'll be somewhere. They have nowhere else to go. I already bought tickets. I have rooms.
So did they.
So that's March 25, 26 in Daytona. And it's the La Playa Hotel. The bar's at the fucking roof. I played
Playa.
that fucking dump. Oh, my God. It's great. It's just a relic of...
How's that spelled?
Relic?
No. La Playa. I can spell relic, I think. But La Playa, is it
Playa.
Playa? See, I would automatically, I want to say La Playa. It's
I guess you would.
automatic.
That's why we want to run you for mayor. Castle Rock Kenny.
Yeah.
If you have to go back and stop right now and listen to the Castle Rock Kenny podcast, where he talks about his infamy in this town. Kenny, when you meet Kenny, you would assume he's a tweaker. He's got ex-tweaker written all over him, and it's profiling works.
Yep. He's not lying.
Yeah, he caused a bit of a commotion here in this small town by trying to jump off Castle Rock in a police standoff.
I won.
So yeah, but he's cleaned up. He's a fucking good dude now, and but he's still known for that. And there's a mayoral race here come November,
And
actually
I'm gonna
August.
win. Well, actually, I'm hoping I don't win by August. If I win, I want to win by November.
I think you're a little out over your skis right now. We haven't even announced your candidacy.
Well, see, as you guys are laughing at me,
No, we're laughing with you.
this is going to
For
be
you.
Yeah.
At you.
Okay. At me, for me. It's
We're
good.
laughing against you.
No, hey, you'll be voting for me though. I hope. But I got writers, and it'll all work out. If not, I'll just dress up like a gorilla. And
I wish I had Googled the stats of how many people voted for mayor last election, but it's only like 400 and something.
I just want you guys to know, Adderall is not doing the same thing for me as it's doing for you.
We're talking about you.
What,
You don't have to chime
making
in.
us interesting?
Well, yeah,
I think I predicted that. Remember I told you that Kenny's supposed to be prescribed this? It's not going to affect him the same way.
Yeah.
So there's a situation where in Bisbee there's a horrible, horrible woman that her life is spent writing letters to the editor and showing up at city council complaining about everything. And whether the issue goes her way or against her, once it's settled, she'll have a new issue. It started with civil unions. She was against them and quoting scripture at the fucking, and then writing to the Bisbee Observer and clogging up the letters to the editor. So now I heard she's running for mayor, and I swore I would never do it. I don't want to shit where I eat. I already think everyone hates me at Safeway. If they look at me too long and I don't recognize them and they don't smile, I go, oh, they fucking hate me. They saw me a YouTube clip. I don't want to run for mayor, but I will sponsor Castle Rock Kenny for mayor, and he says he'll do it. So
I'm in like Flynn.
we're gonna write him. This is what we're pitching is, and share the mic if you have an idea. Is just like 5 bullet points. Just like every other politician, every presidential candidate just recycles the same 5 beats, build a wall, create jobs. But we'll give Kenny just some ridiculous, unattainable, reopen the mind.
We're going to turn the minds into we's.
Yes.
It was a mind generation in the 70s.
That's all you got to do.
Also,
There's no E in minds. Wait, there's one.
the speed trap is going to go away. We will raise the speed limit around the pit.
Okay, everyone.
By the police station, yeah.
By the police station. All that is going to change.
Don't worry, we'll write for you.
Oh, he's a shoo-in.
Yeah,
Become
yeah,
big.
yeah, this is already won. You've already won. Like you said before, if you haven't won by August.
Well, the prelims are in August. If you can get 50% of the vote, that's why all of my listeners, 1, pre-order the book, Digging Up Mother, because it's important for fucking like the rankings and fucking
The numbers
shit.
count.
Yes.
I pre-ordered it today to be a number.
I don't have a credit card.
I knew I could get one from you, but
So I pre-ordered it in my mind, if that counts. Can I get you to pre-order
You know
it for
what?
me?
Don't ever talk off the teleprompter.
My bad.
We'll give you your bullet points, Kenny. But the second thing is move to Bisbee.
I was just going to say, honestly, how long do you have to live in Bisbee before you can vote in the election? Because there's enough empty houses here that a bunch of Doug Stanhope fans could move here for like 2 weeks before the election.
Technically,
and everyone would move here simply to live here for 2 weeks to vote for Kenny for mayor.
Technically, and this is not counting the
actually really good.
Not counting the Shitty Dell, the Quiet House, the Chaille's house,
The Bisbee Grand.
This just here is technically 4 lots, even though it's just one address. So I could put 3 more mailboxes up. Lots of people could be living here. And they kind of are.
Honestly, I mean, if only 400 or 500 people vote total, you don't need that many to push it over the top to make Kenny the fucking mayor of this town.
And enough people that locally would be in on the joke.
Already.
We have to
first of all, there's got to be a good portion of the people who live here who actually think Kenny would be a good mayor. Let's not discount that number.
Well, they did vote in Ron Ertley.
Boom.
Bam, local reference. We have to talk to some of our insiders about exactly how that would work. Like, what if we got Kenny elected? What would he actually have to know or do other than just show up?
Hopefully I have a secretary.
I think mayor pays $400 a month.
That's about what I make. That's about what I make.
Yeah, that's double your salary.
Hell yeah.
You have
I'm
to show
living-
up one Tuesday a
I'm
month.
balling.
All you really have to do is just run the meetings, the city council meetings. There's a few other things, but really, that's basically what you have to do is just learn the rules of order.
So I can have a headset.
But if you stink at it, someone's going to be in charge of. He stinks at this.
No.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it'll be covered.
Just every time someone says anything, say, "Can I get a second?" That's how a meeting works. Simple. Everyone will think you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if Kenny has to run the meeting, I'm saying that rules him out right away.
No. No.
Absolutely not. Kenny
Let's
could
be
do
quiet.
this.
Let Kenny show us.
Look, all I can think of is I would tell them they have to give me a second while I talk to my constituents as I text message them to get my answer. And
then he would talk. And then he would
See?
talk to. And then he would talk to a sock puppet on his hand
Yes.
that he called constituents.
We could
You
just
know-
What
write,
should I do,
just
constituents?
write shit on a yellow legal pad for him to say.
or I'd have an earphone or what do you
Oh yeah, IFB. We could just
boom.
talk to him like
See, they're smart.
Like Letterman sending somebody through the drive-through.
what's this?
Yes.
Cyrano de Bergerac. Bam! How about that?
The references were dated last night,
Lord.
but that's a callback to last night's dated references.
Cyrano, just speaking to his fucking earpiece.
yes, I just have somebody telling me what to say, and every time they'd be watching it right there, could be in the room. Yeah, go ahead and tell them we're gonna pass that, and we're not gonna talk about that anymore.
You think
I don't know.
you can give Kenny all the earpieces and yellow notepads you want? He's gonna go off of what you tell him.
What? It would be like the fat kid on the original Man show, where they would just have him say shit at a lemonade stand inappropriately to older women.
Can you get that kid?
It's not a Bisbee resident, nor is that fucking Jessamine Duke. I'm trying to fucking hook up with this chick. I don't think she trains here. Anyway,
We got high altitude. It's a good place.
we'll work out the kinks. What we need is we got to get, because Kenny has to play this straight. He can't have goofy ideas because then they're thinking, oh, he's trying to be funny with this.
I just
he has
can't
to have
talk.
like real ideas that idiots would believe, like Donald Trump, not necessarily right wing, but hey, we're gonna get the Ford to bail out of Detroit and come here. Like
We're gonna
something that, and a moron might go, well, that'd be good for Bisbee.
I got another one. We're gonna bring back the adult coaster races. You know,
Yeah.
Somebody died the last time they had one. Come on, that's full on drama right there. Who's gonna get run over next by a steel freaking car with weights in it.
Yeah, see, it's not sounding good. The more you talk about it, the more
I'm not going to bring
no,
up.
actually, no. Kenny's right on this. Kenny, that is something that people would say, hey, stop with all the safety issues.
I'm not politically correct. I'm for bringing back the aluminum coaster races.
No, they're not aluminum. They're
Brakeless.
steel.
Brakeless.
They were steel, and they were adults with weighted front ends, and they were flying down the canyon. It was
Yeah, they
awesome.
did kill a chick. One went off the rails coming down Tombstone Canyon and killed a girl. So that's
when
workable.
soapbox races go bad.
Was she the mayor? Probably wasn't that important then.
Make Kenny the mayor. We'll come up with.
We could announce your mayoral campaign by putting you in a steel coaster and sending you down.
No,
Main
put me
Street
on
in
top
a
of Castle
glorious-
Rock.
No. This is where we have to play it straight.
right. No, yeah, right.
Where you go to the senior center.
Oh,
Right.
perfect.
And you
You
have,
actually-
bingo.
You actually run for mayor. You just actually run for
you
mayor.
have again. We'll give you
actually
5
do it.
bullet points at the
Right.
senior center. All you can eat pancake breakfast on a Saturday, and you go, hey, how many people here are on disability? You don't want to lose that disability. Vote for me. I'm Castle Rock Kenny, and then just 5 of those, just directly. Hey, you know where that pancake is buttered? Castle Rock, Kenny. Just 5 things you have to just memorize and say, or just read off paper, and then we leave.
Right. It's also because it kind of comes down to the fact that if we actually try to have him run for mayor, that anyone who actually tries would probably win. Because it's just trying. It's just like going around and talking to
the thing
everybody,
is, I have to
telling
get-
them what they want to hear, which no one else is going to do.
Set 'em up a booth at the
no
farmer's
one else
market.
is going to do that. So just like that, you win. You just win
I have
on
one
that.
thing. You do have to get signatures to run. To actually be able to run, I have.
No
to
Hey,
problem.
shush. We'll take care of the.
Okay.
We'll take care of the problems.
That's the other drunken idea that I like better than this one, but actually can coincide that you had was
the
to
farmer's market.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that. This
Oh, I
morning,
saw you
too.
egg
That's
roll
a
right
great
next to the
idea.
egg roll lady.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, don't get ahead of yourself, Kenny.
Don't say the punchline before.
Help him out.
Kenny will call on you when you're needed. Just like the president.
Kenny is a vessel through which much of the comedy passes, but he confuses that sometimes.
We'll Dick Cheney you through this whole entire process.
Kenny just
As soon as you're
relinquished his
actually-
microphone to me.
As soon as you're actually in, Kenny, then you can freestyle at the invocation for the first
Right.
meeting. You know, that'll be that's when you take over.
We're grooming you.
Okay.
First thing Kenny says, well, I got to shave. No.
No.
You have to look like that. Dollar store sweatpants, an oversized T-shirt, and a backwards hat. Fucking a beard that goes down to your chest.
And
For
I
the-
got 6 chest hairs. It's fucking perfect.
for the prospector vote.
So we'll pitch this
No,
around.
the farmer's market
Oh, yes.
idea.
Oh, you
Yes.
want to?
Wait, listen.
Well,
No, I
I thought you were going to tell us. It was your idea.
just didn't know if we were going to say it on the podcast before we just did it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because a shitload of podcast listeners shop at the farmer's market. That'll blow the whole joke.
We've talked about the rumor mill in this town, and Johnny Depp is buying the Loma Linda, and we're buying the Shady Dell. We talk about it. It doesn't diminish the rumors. So the people that are listening to this will be in on the joke. It's not like the opposite campaign is going to.
If we try this and Goat Cheese John turns out to be like, "Hey everyone, this is a scam. They're not really doing this," then,
Listen,
I'll be right.
Listen, I can take care of Goat Cheese John.
The current mayor hangs around like, again, I always give credit to Brendan Walsh, like a gum-chewing teenager in front of the fucking Stop and Go, and just hangs out and talks to whoever because he lives behind the baseball field in some duplex, and he just stands at night alone in front of the Stop and Go and talks to anyone, whether he's the mayor or not, for the 10 years I've lived here. So if you asked the mayor today what a podcast is, he would have a call to the public at council to answer the question because he wouldn't know. So I think we're good. And we don't get around completing projects.
So
like this.
the idea is
The idea
farmer's
is we're
market.
running Kenny for mayor.
We were talking about the farmer's market idea with Kenny.
Yeah, there's two of the candidates. One that's running for mayor against the current mayor, and one of the council people. Every Saturday they're there. They have their own little table. They talk to people. Kenny should have his own booth running for mayor, but this started last night where Kenny kind of looks like any given race.
When the room was pulled, nobody. It wasn't a general consensus.
Like, aren't you part Mexican? No.
If someone told you he was this, you'd go, "Oh, I can see that."
Armenian, something. Kenny doesn't know what he is.
Yeah. Well, Kenny's really upset about the situation in the Ukraine because he's Ukrainian.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I kind of always saw that.
I got
a
away
little
with
bit.
black in high school. That's how I made the basketball team.
And your rap career, which is blossoming.
And my rap career.
So we were talking last night, shit-faced, watching Jessamine Duke. I can't plug her enough.
Well, the girl last night did.
That we should set Kenny up with a what do you call it? What's the section in the grocery store? The ethnic section. Like give him a booth every week at the farmer's market. You have to understand the farmer's market here is the exact same, like dozen booths of the same shit for 10 years.
If 9 of your moms showed up with the cookies they baked and set up tables in an L shape, that's the Bisbee Farmers Market on a Saturday morning.
Right. So the idea was to give Kenny a booth of an ethnic type of
A falafel cart.
yeah, a falafel one
Kenny's-
week. Next
Kenny's-
week he's
Kenny's authentic blank.
Portuguese, and you have some Portuguese wares
Yeah.
or food stuffs, and every week it's just Kenny
it's a
sitting
different
there
one.
saying he's that race. And
What did you say last night? One week he's got euros. He's like shaving off fucking lamb for euros.
Euros, yes. That was before we decided he should be mayor. We've been drinking a lot. I swear I don't remember most of this week. I still have like a bag that's open that I came back from New Orleans, and I got back like Monday or Tuesday, and this bag I haven't even gone into. Like I've worn the same pajamas for a fucking. I bathed. I was so drunk last night. I took a bath knowing I would surprise myself in the morning. Going, oh, I bathed. How good of me. So I wouldn't feel bad about not doing it for yet another day. But I put the exact same pajamas I've been wearing for fucking 10 days right back on. So Kenny for mayor. Let's we should take a quick break because Jobi just showed up. He's got some death pool news we got to get out. And I got some notes. I have death written down here. I didn't know you were coming. It's been a long day. Hey, let's take a quick break. Remember, this podcast is sponsored by Please Hold. Our guests today on the Doug Stanhope podcast are the folks from Platte Valley Saddle Shop here in Kearney, Nebraska. Let me give you a little insight into the Platte Valley Saddle Shop. In 1942, Elmas and Edna Henderson founded the Platte Valley Saddle Shop here in Kearney, Nebraska, making quality Western saddles. 71 years later, Lyle and Linda Henderson, our guests today, are continuing the tradition of making quality Western saddles. It would be their privilege to help you with all your Western saddle tack and saddle needs. Hey, Lyle and Linda, let me ask you a question as my guests on the podcast. Why a custom saddle, Linda?
The most common reason is fit. Our trees are custom made for the horse and the rider.
Is that the only reason, Lyle?
Another reason is quality. We use the best materials available on the market.
And why else should people visit you at P.O. Box 1683, Kearney, Nebraska 68848-1683?
Well, the third reason is pride. A custom-made Henderson saddle will not be like any other saddle you have ever owned, nor will it be like anyone else's saddle. It will be a work of art you will be proud to ride.
That sounds fantastic. Hey, here's Brett Erickson with some more of the items you can get at Platte Valley Saddle Shop.
In-stock saddles, branch roping saddles, wade saddles, old-time slick look saddle, headstalls, stirrups, tapaderos, curb straps, McCuddy and slobber leathers, shoe fly, saddle pads, breast collars and martingales, spur straps, bags and plier carriers, night latch, chinks, kids chinks, bucking rolls, cincha, branch ropes and rawhide riata, used saddles, one of a kind, leather cleaners and conditioners, bow saws, roll malls, and rings.
So please give us a call today at the Platte Valley Saddle Shop. Call Linda or Lyle. They're always eager to please at 308-234-4015. Once again, that's area code 308-234-4015.
This is a toll call.
Or just stop by our convenient location at P.O. Box 1683, Kearney, Nebraska, 68848.
This message brought to you by Castle Rock Kenny for mayor.
Hi, I'm Castle Rock Kenny, and I approve this message.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, the first votes are in. We're up to,
Hey, ready? Wait, hang on.
15% in
It's
Tim
just Jen. It's just Jen. Just Jen, you're on the podcast. Who are you voting for mayor of Bisbee?
I don't know. Fuck.
Castle Rock Kenny. Say Castle Rock Kenny. Say it.
Yeah, that was the wrong call to take. Sorry.
Say Castle Rock Kenny, Jen.
Oh, Castle Rock Kenny. Of course, if he's running, that's a no-brainer.
He's running, and he's gonna bring the mines back. He's gonna bring Detroit back to Bisbee. He's got a lot of things. Are you coming over?
No brainer is his slogan.
Oh, that was fucking perfect.
This message is brought to you by Castle Rock Kenny.
All right, Jen, we're podcasting. Are you coming over?
Yeah, I'll come over in a little bit. I'll see you in a while.
All right. You have a constituent, Kenny. All right.
no brainers.
Jobi is here. His mother's still alive at this, but we have death pool news. You want to step up and tell us what the fuck is going on? We have spite picks.
Yeah, actually, just a quick plug on the new league that's open up, funeral home that's open up, Doug Stanhope Spite Picks. And I think that locks down on Friday the 18th, or it's next Friday.
This is just for fun. I mean, if you want to play with me, you still have to pay like $3 or something.
Yeah, just to get in for the year.
But here's the deal with spite picks. We put a lot of effort into Death Pool, our own serious leagues, as you should if you're betting with your friends. But when it comes to spite picks, it's just people you would applaud being dead. It's not people, you're not trying to win. You just want to feel good about being right, about someone should be dead.
The one year I did play Death Pool, and it's what made me realize I'm not like you horrible, horrible people, is that I didn't enjoy it because I spent so much time researching people who are dying. I'm like, oh God. And then I don't want to know who's going to die. I just wanted to pick people randomly and be like, oh shit, Ed Asner died. Awesome. Whatever. Or whatever. So you guys are so into it that there's no way you can compete on that level unless you dive in to who's dying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And for some people, that's just not a fun, for me, that just wasn't fun. But the spite pick idea is what's great because all the people I did pick, the reason I lost and got almost no points is because I only did a spite pool pick by myself. I'm going to pick Dick Cheney. And it made it fun because if any of them do die, you're like.
I try to go weird with my spite picks where people are like, oh, I forgot I hate that guy, rather than just going Dick Cheney, George Bush. I'm like, wait, who are the people that I hate? That when you read my picks, when we all come out with our picks, you're like, oh fuck, I never thought of the sham wow guy. I just thought of. It's too late.
Yeah,
too
he's
late.
Fantastic.
A while back, Jobi tweeted that somebody petitioned me for the to be in the death pool.
Yes.
It said to make, which I thought was pretty cool. And then after that, somebody tweeted that somebody hurry up and make him a Wikipedia page before the spite pool closes. That made me feel even better. I was like, yeah.
All of a sudden, you're like Montgomery Burns. Like,
Yeah.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Not only
I'm new
you
at
got
developing
petitions,
this
but
ego here, so it's fucking to be hated is cool.
you've made it.
So go to dscdp.com, Doug Stanhope, celebritydeathpool.com. DSCDP is easier. And hurry up because this is time sensitive. Get on that, and we'll. I got some good spite.
Like a
picks.
really good spite pool pick would be if he could make it into the a database soon enough. Is the 78-year-old guy who sucker punched a protester at the Trump rally? Like he's probably not going to live that much longer, and everyone would love to see it if that fucking dude
He's
dropped
not
over
famous.
dead. And,
He's not
well,
famous.
not yet.
yeah,
He just
but
punched it. Like he might be. He's virally famous. He's trending.
Probably not
So,
in the 5 days between the release of this podcast.
He might
could
punch
get-
another black person. We can only hope.
If you could get on the list for punching a guy, I'd already have a Wikipedia page.
All right, so yeah, join up, and we'll do something fun for the winner. Whoever wins, we'll give him a T-shirt and a bunch of swag.
Yeah, we
so.
got plenty of shit around here.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. I'll send you a suit. I don't
Well,
know.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is it can take 30 minutes to build a spite pick list. I mean, it doesn't
It's
take
not
any
that, yeah.
research time at all. You already know who you want to fucking die.
It's
Right.
easier to do spite than
That's
it is
what
to
I mean.
research,
That's
so.
what I mean. Honestly, the one year
Yeah.
I did it, I didn't enjoy it because it put my head into a whole different space than it had ever been in before. And I personally actually didn't enjoy it. But spite picking was fun. Like, oh, I actually hope this fucker dies. Like
hate is
now,
so much
yes.
easier.
That's it.
Hate
Yes.
is always easier.
That's the day before my mental eval. I'll spend all day before it closes down and looking up people I wish would die.
I sat here for, I think it took me 25 minutes to get 20 spite picks. Jen came over and I went, hey, I got to do this spite pick thing. So since I've had a lot of people show up every hour. Like it's almost like I feel like I'm in an assisted living facility since I got back from New Orleans. But I really have been drinking the entire week I've been back. Because as soon as someone leaves, someone else shows up to make sure I'm okay. And then I have to drink to be social. And but Jen was one of those people. And I'm like, hey, since you're here anyway, we're just going to go through spite picks because I don't really have anything to talk about at 1:30 in the afternoon. So, yeah, it took me like 20 minutes. There's one I might have to change out for political reasons. Okay. But yeah, I got my 20 down.
Good deal. Yeah, I haven't even started on mine yet. No. Yeah, so, but I'll have them up in no time. And it's like I said,
fucking
hate's
love
easy.
it. I know
Hate
it.
is easy.
There should be a T-shirt with your face on it, and it should say "Hate is easy."
Yes, get in on
That's cool.
and if you get in on the spite picks, tweet at me what you got. Once they're all released and we see each other's picks, talk some shit with me on Twitter because that's the best part of playing Death Pool is shit talking. So
And tweet at them as well. Not just to
Most
Doug, but-
importantly.
yeah, tweet at them.
I was going to do that before that Joey Feek died, and then I figured that was kind of in poor taste, so I didn't tweet at her, but I was looking forward to the points.
Yeah.
has that even been on a podcast where you showed me that
What the blowfly?
blowfly? He died in February.
I saw that.
And Jobi, one of the nights I was hammered. He showed me where he tweeted just that blowfly died on the at Stanhope's.
Yeah,
There was some
CDP.
hits. Yeah.
So whoever ran his Twitter started giving him shit and saying, you're going to get the blowfly curse on your dick. So I started fucking with him on Twitter. If you're on Facebook, get on Twitter because that's where all the fun happens. I had 2 days of just the debates. Like I just live tweeting the debates where I don't give a fuck, but it keeps my mind active. And I like try to have the first line, the first guy to have the first joke. You can't do that shit on Facebook. So yeah, get on Twitter. You, Brett, is at Brett, not Brent.
Yeah, that's it.
Jobi is at Stanhope CDP.
Yep.
Sorry, that was me holding in a cough. So my fucking hernia, I got to get this fucking fixed. It's really bad now. So
Hey, once Kenny is mayor of Bisbee, you'll definitely get that hernia fixed, is what I heard. He is definitely going to make all your dreams come true.
Hernia-free Bisbee.
Yeah, I think
It's a no-brainer.
Castle Rock Kenny, what's your Twitter? It's at CSTL something.
At what he just said, CSTLROCK, I think.
I don't think so. I think it's just Castle Kenny or
Let
something.
me look.
He doesn't know what it is.
Yes, you're right. As a mayoral candidate, it's best that you stop and think about this and think about your thoughts before
Let
you
me
speak to the
consult
public.
my constituents.
he
Someone
said.
out there,
It's whatever the people want it to be, because I am a servant of the people.
whoever hears this first, I'm sure Kenny for mayor with a 4 number or the FOR. Whoever can get a Kenny for mayor Twitter handle and then turn over the fucking thing first.
Yeah.
It's at CSTLRCKKENNY.
There you go.
Why? Because we like him.
And at HD Fatty for Chad Shank. And Shawnee, you're not on Twitter. You have no business, no fucking reason.
Wait, I don't have any fucking reason either.
All right, I think I'm looking over my notes upside down, and I think we covered everything. What
Did you cover the last thing
have a new
you have
PC.
listed is the word death?
Death pool.
Oh, that was just death pool.
Yeah, I didn't complete my notes. What time are we at? Is that good? Is that? Yeah. All right.
The new observer.
I don't have it. It's torn up inside somewhere. But
Just like us.
hey, why don't you plug
Somewhere.
Why don't you plug the pre-release of my book right now?
Buy Doug Stanhope's fucking pre-release of his book because it's probably going to be good, and you don't want your house to catch on fire, and I don't want your house to catch on fire. And
He's not saying he would set your house on fire.
I don't want to have to
I'm-
set
I'm-
your house.
I'm wishing you well by saying, I hope
Just-
your house doesn't catch on fire, and it probably won't if you order Doug Stanhope's book.
It's called Digging Up Mother. You just Google it. Just Google search Digging Up Mother by Doug Stanhope, and you'll find a place to pre-order it. Because you love your kids, right?
Everybody loves their kids. You love your kids. I wouldn't want to hurt your kids if you didn't order a book. I wouldn't hurt your kids.
You probably wouldn't.
I mean, I wouldn't hurt you or your kids if you didn't order a book. That's just ridiculous. It makes no sense. Who would do such a thing? But I mean, it wouldn't hurt to order it just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
If you
love your
want to
kids.
feel secure in your family home,
I mean, you're already ordering books.
Yeah.
listen, just order Doug Stanhope's book.
Yeah, you're already sitting there picturing your kid with his head smashed up against a fire hydrant repeatedly to the point where his face actually molds the fire hydrant with Chad Shank hammering your small child's face. He's just riding his 10-speed around, and now his head is molded like a fire hydrant. You're picturing that anyway. Picture going to Amazon.com instead. It's a more pleasant picture.
You create your own reality.
That's a podcast.
It's like a choose your own adventure.
Who do we play? I'll go the Matoid. It's probably been a while since we played the Matoid. Order Mishka Shabali's book. What's it called?
I
Shit.
swear I'll make it up to you.
I
I
just
swear
ordered
I'll
it
make
today.
it up to you. Chad
It's
Shank
really,
just ordered
really,
it.
really fucking good, by the way. He cries a lot, but it's really fucking good.
If I had a credit card, I would order it once again.
What I meant to say, he cries a lot, and it's really fucking good.
Vote Castle Rock Kenny for Bisbee mayor. Make sure you move to Bisbee before the August primaries.
But then also move out right after that. We don't want everyone moving here.
There's no malingering around here.
no loitering.
lingerer.
No loitering in the city of Bisbee. Also, that'll.
All right, we'll get back to you. At least one time before Daytona. Thanks for listening, and order books and Bert Kreischer's book. We can't fucking end this podcast without mentioning. In the last 8 months, I wrote a book. I did a UK tour. I filmed 2 specials and a pilot, and nothing was more rewarding than the fucking Bert Kreischer podcast we did. Yes, 3 hours and 49 minutes, and I wish it could just fucking keep going.
Thanks everybody for including me on the feedback about how much everybody loved it. I've been eating it up like fuck. Instead of watching suicide videos, I've been looking at fucking notifications thinking about how great it was. It's been fantastic.
I got something to talk to you about as soon as we'll just wrap this up. All right, play the Matoid. Hey, hey.
Hey dude, what you gonna do with the whaling harpoon in your hand? Hey dude, what you gonna do with the whaling harpoon in your hand? Gonna go and harpoon my lady. She's rubbing noses with another Eskimo man. Gonna go and harpoon my lady. She's rubbing noses with another Eskimo man. Here I go. Hey dude, I guess you just harpooned your lady down. Hey dude, I guess you just harpooned your lady down. Yes, I harpooned her. I got her doing hanky-panky around the Eskimo town. Yes, I harpooned her. I got her doing hanky-panky around the Eskimo town. Here I go then. Gonna wait till Ruska. It's a good time to come, there's not that many mosquitoes around. Gonna wait till Ruska. It's a good time to go and there's not that many mosquitoes around. Then I'm gonna go to Finland. Gonna get myself a reindeer farm by the Volga River. Gonna go to Finland. Get myself a reindeer farm by the Volga River. Gonna get myself a whole herd of beautiful Finnish ladies, just making love all night long in the midnight sun. Whole herd of beautiful Finnish ladies, just making love all night long in the midnight sun. Down south in Finland, sun always shines and Eskimo people are having so much fun. Down south in Finland, sun always shines and Eskimo people are having so much fun. Down south in Finland, outlaw rules and hangman is on the road. Down south in Finland, outlaw rules and hangman is on the road. Freedom, baby.
It's 5:15 at night. I don't know if I'm drunk or gagged. Yeah, all right. This
I
is a
can't figure it
terrible
out
idea
either.
to record right now, but
No,
thought just in case. just in case magic
I
happens.
had something to say that was different.
Jobi's yawning.
Just in case was my radio name in the 80s.
Really?
Yep.
How did that work out?
Yeah, I got fired.
Sounds like
Is that
Just in case they could find someone better.
no. Well, just in case they didn't find anybody better.
Good one.
Rusty
really.
Stanchion is the name that Brett Erickson gave me for a pseudonym for whatever purposes I may need.
That's your bouncer name.
that was
That's
the
your
most
bouncer
fun.
name, Rusty
bouncer
Stanchion.
name.
Hey, can I get into this party? Hey, talk to my friend Rusty
Rusty
Stanchion
Stanchion.
over here. And then Chad's just standing there, arms folded.
The guy bedraggledly blocking the door.
With a shirt that says Rusty.
Dated references. Columbia House Record and Tape was the most fun. To tape a penny and get 11 CDs for free, but you have to sign up for some bullshit.
Yeah.
I owe them money.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so do I.
everyone did. But the most fun, we do it over and over again.
No, I don't,
Because you just put a bullshit name on the thing, and that was the most fun. Was coming up with stupid names. What was the one that?
Phil McCracken.
That's a classic. It was God damn it. It was
What kind of names are we talking about?
highly bogus. That's one my brother used.
That's, my go-to with my last name Shank was Hugh Jass. Hugh Jass Shank.
I think Hugh Jass was
That's a good one.
That was Bart Simpson.
Was it?
I think Bart Simpson used
Simpsons did it.
that. All right, so let's stop this fucking thing
Horrible.
after
Sorry.
podcast.
Horrible.